No one was more respected and admired by his teammates than Walter Payton.
To me, he was the consummate pro. Walter was the one guy when things were going bad and you knew the offense had to make a play and your defense was in trouble, you looked to him and you just knew all you had to do was look at him. And you knew somehow, some way, if he could, if it was possible at all, he was going to make a play. And that's just the way he was. He did not talk a lot during the game, did not say much, but man, his action spoke volumes. And Walter was just one of those guys that comes along every once in a while, but he was truly a great teammate, and I really, really cherish the opportunity that I had to play with him.
Walter was number one before he became number one. It had nothing to do about the amount of yardage he made. There's nobody, that I've ever been around that was a better example of what a professional football player should be, in the way of not only playing, practicing, preparing, but giving back. He gave so much back to people. I've never seen him say no to a kid or an autograph. He might tease him a little bit. And plus, he was, besides being the leader of our football team, he was a practical joker on our football team. He was always pulling jokes on everybody.
The cherry bombs at the edge of the racquetball court always went over well. These fuses he had, they were really long, so he'd be outside 10 minutes before the thing would go off. You thought you were in Beirut, man, just poof.
When I met him, I told him, I said, Walter, I love you, I respect you, and I want to keep it that way. Please, whatever you do, I'm not going to touch you, I'm not going to laugh, I'm not going to do anything. Stay away from me. I'm not a guy to play with. I don't want to do that. So I don't ever remember him doing anything to me. He honored that, and I was thankful for that.
In the end, it wasn't just how Payton carried the ball. It was the way he carried his team, and most important, the way he carried himself.
He was the strongest guy I've ever met in my life, physically and mentally. The guy was he missed one game in 13 years with all the pounding he had. It was just an incredible feat. And he was an amazing athlete. Miss him.